Hi everyone, welcome to London. On today's episode, I'm going to be giving you a tour of this stunning restored Victorian townhouse that was originally built in 1879. It's been developed by Saha Properties, who have done an amazing job at paying homage to its Victorian heritage, whilst also creating the perfect contemporary home for a busy family. I'm Jasmine and you're watching The Luxury Home Show. We're going to start the tour here at the front of the property. Up above you can see we have the decorative trim on the gabled roof, and we also have the bay windows and the sash windows up above. They all come together perfectly to give you that iconic Victorian facade. Now at the front of the house we also have off-road parking, enough for 2 vehicles, which here in London is just incredible, and also side pedestrian access. But I really want to take you inside. I'm so excited to show you around, so follow me. Welcome inside. So first up we have our stunning entrance hall. Now the ceiling heights and the space in here really sets the tone for the rest of the house and its proportions. I think that's so typical of a Victorian home to have these large spaces, but immediately you can see how the home is a bit more contemporary than a traditional Victorian style. Cannot wait to show you around. So altogether we have just over 4,800 square feet to explore, and of that there are 6 bedrooms. There is a formal lounge just to this side, but I'm going to show you that later. I actually want to head downstairs and go straight to the kitchen. Now, I really love this kind of pod section we have just before we enter the kitchen, where you've got the crystal doors and glass. And then through here we have a guest WC, much more funky than the other interior design throughout the house, which really makes a statement when your guests are going in there, and it's got a really nice marble detailing. Now here in the kitchen, I just absolutely love the color. As soon as I came in, that's what sold it for me. So it is a English-made bespoke shaker kitchen, and I love the contrast to the island and the worktops. And this is a white Venetino Carrara quartz stone countertop, bit of a mouthful, but I love how you've got it on the countertops this side and also mirrored on the backsplash. All of the integrated appliances are Miele or Siemens. So in front of me we have the venting hob, which means you don't have to have the ugly extractor fan. I always love when we notice things like that, it's great. And there's so much storage throughout the kitchen as well. You've got the oven, plate warmers, and then you also have the Siemens double fridge and freezer and dishwasher too. So this is so well equipped. You've even got the cooker tap just behind me, so no ugly kettle on the surface, which is always great. Another great use of storage over here is the pantry. Obviously this would be filled with your dry foods, a toaster if you wanted one, but I think it's such an essential in any kitchen of this size. Great addition. Now in this room, it is absolutely huge, so you definitely have room for your dining table as opposed to a separate dining room. We've got it over here in this space, and I love how it's kind of framed by the feature paneling you see, and even that traditional Victorian cornicing that we've added in a lot of the rooms. I think that this pendant light feature above the dining table really adds that juxtaposition with the contemporary and the traditional of, say, the paneling and the cornicing, and I love the little touches like that. So the flooring is actually very striking throughout here. It's one of the first things I noticed when we came in, and it's this cashmere parquet engineered oak flooring, and we've got it downstairs as well, but in a wider plank. But I think it's such a statement piece in here, and again it's just that difference between the contemporary and the traditional. Now just before we go downstairs, I want to point out the skylight, which is another contemporary touch in this space, and I love how it hangs over this void section. Now as I said, the layout in this house is quite unique, and that is why for today's video we are bringing you a floor plan and also a virtual tour, and they're both brought to you by today's video sponsor, Giraffe 360. If you're an estate agent bringing a new property to the market, there are 2 things that are of the utmost importance: professional images and floor plans, both of which can be timely to create or costly to outsource. This is where Giraffe 360 come in. With their innovative 3-in-1 camera, you can create floor plans, high quality images, and also virtual tours with just this bit of kit. It's the perfect all-in-one solution, and it's super easy to use. All you have to do is extend the tripod, pop the camera on top, switch it on, and it can scan the room in less than a minute. All you have to do is run out so you're not in the images. Now, you're probably thinking, I'm still unsure on how to create a floor plan. Well, don't worry, because Giraffe 360 have got you covered. With their AI in-house editing suite, all of the content you capture is automatically uploaded, and your floor plans, virtual tours, and professional images will all be waiting for you less than 24 hours later. So not only does that take the hassle out of doing all of those things yourself, but it also means you can bring your properties to the market 3 times as fast. Using our own Giraffe 360 camera, we've created a floor plan for you so you can better understand the layout of the house. And we also created a virtual tour, which I had far too much fun going around and doing today. So if you want to see those, you can go check them out in the description down below. Now, a Giraffe 360 subscription will give you everything you need to get started with your listings. So if you want an exclusive 1 month free from Giraffe 360, all you have to do is go and check out the link in our description and it will take you to their website. A big thanks to Giraffe 360 for sponsoring this video, and now it's time to get back on with the tour. I've got some rooms to show you downstairs. So this staircase is a lot more modern than the ones leading up to the bedroom, with the open treads and the glass balustrades. So you've got the 2 different types of design choices really coming together in the house. Now over here we have this lounge section where you have a double-sided fireplace in the middle. This whole floor is a lot more modern than the other rooms upstairs where we have the more traditional fireplaces. Huge TV set into the wall here, and I love the feature color. All of the paint colors throughout the house are Faro and Bull. And I like the pops of color with the blue couch. And then we also have access out to a little courtyard, which then leads up into your back garden. Now, throughout all of the rooms, you have integrated speakers and also down lighting on the ceiling. Now, if you actually come over here, this is one of my favorite parts of the house, understandably. So more crystal doors, and it actually leads in to this wine room. Now, if you are a wine connoisseur, then I think this is the house for you. All bespoke made with the lovely lighting. I can just imagine this stacked with bottles of wine. Now, we're actually gonna back up again because we do have a study down here, and it's quite unique because you have the door here, but you also have this bespoke shelving that you can look through. Now, I really like the symmetry in this room. Everything just looks very aesthetically pleasing. You again have access out into that same courtyard, and then that oak flooring continues in here as well. You can imagine having a little meeting in there or something. And then if we head on back out, we have whole other section of this floor. Now, fun fact about this house, it used to be 3 separate apartments. So this whole area acts as a self-contained flat. So you've even got separate access point, boot room, a utility with this really lovely single basin butler sink. And then through there, you've got access to your plant room, all that sort of stuff. And then you also have a further bedroom and ensuite here. So you could either rent this out separately, or it'd be perfect for nanny or a teenager. You know how they like their space, so that would be perfect for that. But it's actually time now to head on back upstairs, and I have a formal living room to show you. So this is a great formal reception room, living room to have at the front of the house. You've got this huge feature pendant light, and the ceiling rose above it is so impressive, as is the cornicing in this room too, really paying homage to the Victorian roots of this home. And this is the room where we saw the bay window from the front. So you have the shutters, they just look so beautiful, especially because when you look out, you've got a lot of mature trees around, which is really nice. This fireplace has to be addressed. How impressive. You've got the black hearth underneath, but then in contrast to that, this gorgeous like grey marble. And the detailing on here is really opulent, matching the theme of the rest of the room, especially once again with the paneling. It's worth noting that throughout this house, we do have underfloor heating that's individually controlled through different zones. And we also have a Control 4 smart home system, so you can control all the lighting from a little panel, which is great. But now it's time to head on upstairs. You can see here how I said they are very different. It's this beautiful black wood and it matches the carpet runner. So let's head on up to the first room. As you can expect in a Victorian home, we have a lot of bedrooms over a lot of different floors. So first of all here, we have 2 bedrooms, one just behind you, which has an ensuite and a view to the garden. But if you come through here, want to take you inside. So the ceiling heights are slightly lower, and I think that is purely just because you can then fit in more bedrooms. Now every room has its own inbuilt bespoke storage, and the solutions are great because you can tell they're making use of all the space, and it's so nice to be able to move into a property and not have to worry about where you're going to put your chest of drawers, where you're going to put your wardrobes. It's all here for you, and they've even integrated a little desk with a drawer into this section. Now just through here we have our first ensuite. Now they are very modern, I must say. You've got the black fittings, the sink and the shower, they all kind of follow that same theme. Apart from the principal suite bedroom, which is a little different, and we're actually heading up there now. Now I love it when a bedroom follows the whole principal suite setup. So in here, we've really made use of the split level accommodation, and this whole bedroom takes up this entire floor. You've got a dressing room, ensuite, even a lounge section just behind you there, and then obviously the bedroom. It makes you feel like a hotel, gives very luxurious vibes. And in here, given that as well, is this coffered ceiling with the LED ambience. I love that. Another ceiling rose. Let's do a spin so you can actually see this lounge section. I like the feature paneling, how it highlights the artwork, and you've even got the wall lights throughout here as well. Now, I can't keep this from you any longer. We have our dressing room. Now, this space feels so grand, especially with the staircase leading up to it. And boy, oh boy, do you have so much storage in here behind these doors in that almost fabric effect. This would honestly be my dream when I was younger, still is now, probably more so. And I just love this whole space, even how you have the window just behind you, letting in that lovely natural light, and a little dressing area section as well. But next up we have the ensuite. Now, immediately you can see the size difference compared to the other bathrooms, and it's really emphasized by these large format porcelain tiles you have both on the floor and halfway up the walls. Kind of gives you that cloud effect. It's very calming in here, and I love this section here. So you have your twin basins with this fluted effect on the cabinetry, but then behind you have your walk-in shower. I love how it's all open, and I love the fittings and fixtures throughout here in that nice contrasted black. All of the bathroom sanitary ware is from Lusso Stone, and on that note, so is the bath. So we have this egg-shaped freestanding Lusso bath, perfect statement piece to just put under this Velux window. And throughout here, like I said, it's just so relaxing and the perfect addition to a principal suite. Now, another thing we really have to praise the developer for is the addition of this storage. Having so many split levels can really put space to waste, essentially. So having these cupboards put in here is incredible, especially if you are a family of 6 moving into this house. You're gonna need a lot of it. So having that there is such a great use of space. But come on, we've got some more bedrooms to show you upstairs. Now, up on the top floor, we are in the eave, so you'll notice some kind of interesting ceiling angles. We've got 2 rooms up here, this being the first, currently set up as a bedroom, and I can imagine from the type of family I'd expect to move into a house like this, it'd be a larger family, maybe multi-generational. And as a kid, I just know they would be calling first dibs on the bedrooms upstairs. I suppose they have the stamina to make it up and down those stairs more often, so it's probably best they have it. Or maybe a games room. It doesn't have to be a bedroom. These 2 rooms would be perfect as an office or that style of entertainment room, especially because we do have a family bathroom here that they both share. But I want to take you out into the garden because you're going to love how this house looks from the back. So here in the garden, we have 100 feet of space, which considering how close it is to central London is really great. And I love the mixture of the patio and the lawn area. Now, it's great to see that some of the budget has been set aside for the landscaping of the gardening. Also at the back, we have a garden room that is currently doubling up as a gym, but you've got a kitchenette and bathroom through there as well. Personally, I would have it as a study just so I could have some separation between home and work if you were to work from home. Now the home is for sale, so for any more information or inquiries, you can find Rupert from Rampton Baseley's details down in the video description below. And also remember, we are vlogging our behind the scenes. So if you become a member, you have access to exclusive content such as behind the scenes, extended interviews, and more to come soon. So make sure you hit join, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. London is known for its iconic architecture, traditional townhouses and elegant interiors. Today, however, we're going to be bringing you a slice of the Mediterranean I cannot wait to take you in. I'm Jazz and you're watching The Luxury Home Show.